What up, YouTube? So I thought I would make, hopefully it'll be a quick review video in my thoughts of the new 2017 Wicked Cool Toys Teddy Ruxpin. So what I have here is the Target model that is only available at Target, and it features the original outfit, which with the side opening vest and the jumpsuit, but it's orange instead of red. And Target's selling it for $99, not including tax. And over here, I have one that I pre-ordered from Amazon, and he has the new blue jeans. And what they're not telling you, though, they're not advertising, is the Target model comes already with 5 stories. He comes with the airship, Mudblups, Missing Pieces, All About Bears, and the Lullaby. And this model only comes with 3 stories. And I know it comes with the airship and All About Bears from watching YouTube videos. I don't know what the other story is. So, even though this one's $5 more, oh yeah, and this one is going for $94 off of Amazon and Walmart, and this is $99, so this one's $5 more. The price point of the stories in the app are $5 a story. So, this is actually a better deal because you get, that's $10 worth of stories for only $5 more. Plus, I kind of like the original outfit better. It also makes it easier to open up to get to the back with the sides. On the vest, you actually had to open up the front of the vest and then put his paw through to get to the back. And I haven't opened this one up yet. What happened was I pre-ordered this one off of Amazon in July, and it was supposed to come August 3rd. It was going to ship August 1st, come August 3rd. Well, they kept on delaying it. So I got lucky. I read online that they were available in Target, even though the Target wasn't listing it on their website just yet. So I checked Target one day, and as I was in the toy aisle, they were clearing out all their inventory. They said, "Yeah, we're redoing all the toys, the whole toy section for the season." So I asked them about Teddy Ruxpin. They checked in their computer, couldn't find it in the computer, and the lady had no idea what I was talking about. So then the next day, I saw that someone found one at Target. So I went back to that same Target, and they had one Teddy Ruxpin on the end aisle, and I bought it. And then I just decided not to cancel my pre-order off of Amazon. Oh yeah, so the pre-order off of Amazon got delayed. So I decided not to cancel it because I thought, well, maybe if this is a hot toy, maybe when it comes time to Christmas time, I might be able to resell it. So I'm just going to hold on to it for now. But they kept on delaying it and giving me new delivery dates, and the delivery date would come, and they would delay it once more. The final delivery date was this past Monday. And on Monday, I checked the order, and it didn't even ship out on Monday. I was like, oh, they delayed it again. But on Monday, at the end of the day, they shipped it next day air, and it came to me yesterday, Tuesday, the 22nd. So Amazon was really backed up on their pre-orders. But I was fortunate enough to find this one sitting on the shelf at Target. So let's talk about Teddy. So the big controversy was the eyes. And it does kind of freak you out at first because, as you can see, they put these, when he's sitting on the aisle, they put these covers over his eyes so you don't actually see what it looks like without the power on. But this is what he looks like without power on. It does kind of grow on you, I guess, since I've been having him sit around the house. But, like, at first, it does kind of freak you out. And I'll insert an Instagram post I made showing you how the eyes can be creepy with the right filter. But as far as the eyes when they're working, I actually really like having animated eyes. I think it worked out pretty well when he's actually turned on. So let's turn them on.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
So, yep, so now he's on. And right now, I updated to. I had a phone update. I'm using Android, and I had a phone update earlier this week. Ever since I did the phone update, I cannot connect Teddy to my phone. So, I can't show you how that works. For the most part, once you realize the sequence to connect it to your phone, because it's not like connecting a regular Bluetooth device. You don't use your Bluetooth settings to connect it. You only connect it through the app. But once you learn how to do it, it would connect every time. But ever since I did the update, I can't get it to connect at all. So I can't show you that. As far as the app is kind of not very user friendly. So when you get into the app, there's only two buttons. There's one that's Let's Start Reading. You press Let's Start Reading, and you connect it to your Teddy. And you actually use the Teddy. You use his right paw to skip stories, and left paw is just a pause. So you actually select the stories using Teddy, and the phone will just automatically sync to the story. But you're controlling it with Teddy, not the phone. The phone also has a library, which shows you all the stories you have unlocked. But you can't. You're under the impression that you can click on the story and it'll start the story on Teddy. It doesn't work that way. You can only start the stories through Teddy, not the app. Now, I believe they have about 12 stories available on the app, and like I said, 5 came unlocked with the target model, and so the other ones, when you click on them, they want you to pay $5. I haven't done that yet, just because on the previews leading up to this, they show that there's a bundle button, but now that I actually have the app, there is no bundle button. So I don't want to pay $5 a story if they're going to bundle them somehow. Another reason I didn't buy a story is because my biggest complaint about this is it seems like care wasn't taken to present the stories in the best possible way on this new version. And I'll show that to you. But pretty much, like the biggest complaint I have is at the beginning of every story he sings "Come dream with me tonight," and his mouth isn't in sync. His mouth closes early on the "tonight," but then after I've had him for a while, his mouth started staying open the whole time on the "tonight" part. So I don't know if he needed to be broken in, but he doesn't. His mouth doesn't stay open 100% of the time. And I was watching other YouTube videos, and other Teddys were doing the same thing. So we'll go ahead and do that, and we'll see if we can see what I'm talking about.
Come dream with me tonight.
Okay, that time
Hey, Ted.
That time his mouth worked perfectly. So on the tonight, it actually went semi-closed, but it kept it open, so it was kind of in sync. But that doesn't happen all the time. It used to not happen at all. Now it... Okay, you see how it closed all the way? So that happened all the time, and now every other time I would say it stays open. So that kind of drives me nuts. Another thing that drives me nuts that isn't really a big deal is fur gets stuck in between his mouth on the corners here. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't know, that just kind of drives me nuts. Another thing is there is a little scratch on the one lens of the eye, and he came like that. So the quality control, that kind of is not really that big of a deal, but when you're looking at them, I don't know, it just kind of drives me nuts. Another thing about when I talk about preserving the stories, one of the stories doesn't even have good audio, so I believe that's the next story.
Come dream with me tonight.
Okay, his mouth didn't stay open that time.
This story is about how my friend Grubby and I were on a journey to find a treasure. On the way, we had met Newton
So
Guinness and learned about his
the audio is kind of like muffled. If you go to a different story.
Come dream with me tonight.
Okay, his mouth stayed open that time. Oh, that's Lullaby, so that won't be a good one.
When I start to get sleepy.
This one should be All About Bears. So this All About Bears actually has good audio,
Hi, Grubby. What's going on?
Well, Teddy, I'm just a little
So
confused.
that one story doesn't have good audio, so it kind of makes me leery about paying money to buy more stories if I don't know if the care was taken to present the story right. Another thing is, as you know, with the old Teddy Ruxpins, they would have a sound to let you know to turn the page. Well, on some of the stories, like All About Bears is pretty much a perfect preserved story. I don't see any problems with All About Bears. But in other stories, when they edited the songs, or the stories, they took out the little audio chime to tell you to turn the page. But on some stories, they either left it in or they didn't cut it off right, so it starts. You can start it, you can hear it, and then it cuts it off, which kind of throws you off. Also on the app, sometimes the way they do the pictures, you'll get a blank, like there'll be blank parts in between the pictures instead of continuously streaming photos. So I don't know if little kids would pick up on that, but it's just the little things that drive me crazy. I'm actually going to go and I'll try to find a part of the story where they didn't cut out the turning the page sound right.
For a region as arid and inhospitable as this desert to support any form of life as we know it would be virtually impossible.
Suddenly, we were surrounded.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a good example or not, but you could hear the chime to start to tell you to turn the page, and then they cut it off. So that story, the Mudblup story, is pretty much a good example of how it seems like they didn't take time to preserve the story. So that's why I'm a little hesitant to buy more stories at the moment. Also, another reason I don't want to buy more stories is there's no information on if you, let's say I buy the story on my Android app. Can I unlock, since I have two Teddys, can I unlock the story on both Teddys? Or will it only unlock it on one? It kind of, the whole idea of these digital stories, you know, you would pay for more stories in the previous versions, but you actually had, you know, a cassette and you actually got a book out of it. Also, if you unlock a story, can you view that story without the app? But there's no information on that whatsoever. And I'm pretty sure if you unlock a story on like the Android app, which right now is not working for me, if you have the Apple app, can you unlock the story using an Apple device too? There's just no information on that. So that's why I'm a little hesitant on dumping money into stories. But that's pretty much my biggest complaints about the Teddy. Other than that, you know, I'm not a kid, so I don't know if kids would, you know, find this interesting or not. That's just my opinion on things I've seen. As someone, I literally enjoy, you know, watching the stories as an adult. I guess I'm kind of an adult. So those are my complaints about things I've noticed watching the stories. But overall, you know, I have those complaints, but it was worth buying one. You know, I don't think it's worth buying two. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one yet. But I'm pretty sure that maybe the rush will come through and I'll be able to sell that one for a little profit towards the Christmas time. So those were my thoughts. Hopefully this video didn't go too long. And just comment down below if you have a Teddy. What's your thoughts on the new Teddy Ruxpin? See ya.